we're in Atlanta right now. You're here.
Yeah.
You're here to do a con, and it's for the Vampire Diaries, which was massive.
Yeah,
was massive, still is massive.
Yeah.
I remember my buddy. I was telling Justin this. My buddy Ryan. We were in. I don't know. I think when you got cast, I was in 10th grade, 11th grade, maybe, and Ryan was obsessed with Vampire Diaries. He was like. He lived it, like he was always watching it, and we always used to kind of give him a hard time for watching it. And then the news broke that you got cast. I was like, oh, damn it!
Guess I gotta watch.
It's like, and that's like you were season 5. You first came
5
in?
and 6. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, I can't just jump in at 5. I got to know what's going on, or it's not going to make sense.
Same.
And then I started watching it. And I was like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. What was that whole journey like? How did that, I mean, it's, normal audition, but what was that process like?
Yeah, I mean, I just remember getting an audition for a one time and they're like, okay. And if the show's out, so if I get an audition, if the show's out, I'm watching a couple episodes. I want to know what the tone is. Yep. I want to know kind of how they shoot the thing. And I remember watching it and being like, you can definitely book a part in this role. Right. I mean, in this series. Mm. And so I did that. First, audition, didn't book it. Okay, fine. When
for a different character.
Different character. Okay. Don't even remember.
Yeah.
It most certainly, that character definitely came and went. Mm. This character, I remember auditioning for it, and then it was my last audition of the year. Everything was about to shut down for the holidays. And again, I remembered, did it, prepared, did everything, did the audition, it's so funny. I feel like the ones I end up booking are the ones that I'm like, I think I could have done, like I debated on going back up there and being like, can I do this one more time? And then I called my manager. She's like, don't do that, Chris. I said, okay, but I won't. That part was meant for me.
Yeah.
And it's those moments, and I'll even briefly take you through it because I have a video that's out there about this, but that was December. I don't think I heard till like January or February that I booked it. And it was a reoccurring guest star or a guest star, one episode, possibly reoccurring. Okay, cool. I had a mole removed on my back. The week they called me, they're like, hey, it's cancerous. We need to do surgeries, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Shh. Don't have insurance, don't have money, don't have anything. Looking at like $250,000 worth of just like debt that I'm looking at. Same week I book that. I get SAG health insurance. I'm taken care of.
Right.
I'm dialed in.
Yeah.
Okay. I land. I find out that the cancer has gone, or the cancer is deep enough that they need to do another surgery. They cut the margins on my back. They had to go into my armpit. They got my sentinel node. But literally, I land to go shoot. They tell me, okay, you need to go do more you got to do another surgery.
Right.
Okay, great. So then I fly back. And in between, I didn't tell anybody. The only person I think that knew about this was wardrobe, because after my surgery, I had a tube in my armpit that was getting the lymphatic fluid. But again, the universe, God, energy, source, whatever the heck you want to call it,
right.
The hardest time of my life coexists with one of the greatest times of my life. Mm-hmm. And that type of irony is not missed on me. And like to be able to like go shoot an episode, come back for 2 weeks, do a surgery, heal up for 2 weeks to the best of my ability, go continue to shoot. Again, when I see these puzzle pieces just matching with each other, okay, let's do it.
How mentally taxing was that at the time when you're dealing with your health issues? And
it was tough.
And you trying to work, it's got to be really difficult. But thinking about the Vampire Diaries and how it's shot and some of the action sequences you might have had, you had a tube in your arm. How did that come into play? You ever get?
Yeah, I essentially told the people that I was in a surfing accident. The fin hit my back.
Okay.
Try not to mess with my arm too much. That would be great. But yeah, literally the next episode, like I get choked out. But yeah, everybody was really cool about it. And I didn't want I didn't want a bunch of things. I didn't want it to define anything on set. I also wanted the job still.
Yeah.
And I didn't want anybody to, be like, you need to go deal with this. So I just kept it quiet. But the biggest thing was the mental aspect of it, because you get punched in the face with your own mortality, and you really have to like figure out, okay, am I living this life the way I want to do it? At that moment, like I had so many songs that I was sitting on. I was like, dude, I have to record these or they won't be here when I'm gone.
Right.
And so it put a fire under me, man. I like did an EP. I recorded some music videos. I started eating better. I started being more mindful. I started like taking out the trash out of my diet. And just, again, I think with those types of moments, I can zoom out for a little bit and be like, this is the time for this.
Yeah.
Like time to get mindful, time to like figure out like what's helping and what is hindering.
Right.
I think the gut punch by life of just like mortality was taxing, and thinking that maybe, I won't be able to move or work the same was hard, but it was great. I have a song called Home that there's a lot of lyrics that have to deal with that time. And I essentially did my surgery. I couldn't work out. So I would walk barefoot all through this neighborhood that I lived in reading books. And that's what I would do. That would be my like exercise. I'd walk for miles and just read and try and like contemplate. I read like Einstein, some of Einstein's books, and a bunch of like kind of like theoretical physics, and just I was like I wanted to solve the universe. Like that's what I really wanted to do.
You're much smarter than me, because if I open those books, I'd be like, this is gibberish.
Well, to be fair, the Einstein books, there was one called Einstein's Dreams, it's like literally like this big, which is really cool. But it kind of like brings you through some of his concepts,
sure,
and different metaphors and like settings to try and wrap your mind around concepts.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like probably a lot of it went over my head, but at that time, that's what I was really like hungering for.
Yeah.
And it was a tough time, but it was.
But the flip side of that is, you're so many years, however many years, removed from it.
Yeah.
And you're here.
Yeah.
And you're here with the cast, and you're able to reflect, and that must be kind of beautiful to be able to do now.
I love it. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I can look at all of the kind of speed bumps in life.
Sure.
And, if you're the spider on the web currently making it, you can kind of like look back at the most recent like trail of webbing, but to be able to zoom out and be like, oh yeah, no, that all needed to occur so that all of this could occur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so with that type of perspective as well, that's why I personally don't worry about acting or when the next role is going to come. I'm going to keep myself busy creatively and get in nature as much as I can, because I can look back and be like, no, I didn't get that because I needed to get that. God, thank you, I got that. And so I don't know. I don't believe in lack of that way.
Right. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. And that's, I feel like so many people really, when they're in the midst of whatever their trial and tribulation is, a lot of people are asking, why is this happening to me? But I always try, just like you said, like I try to focus on the big picture. Whatever is in front of me, I'm going to deal with it now, and not worry about the why. Because the why, it doesn't matter. You can't change it. You just have to get through it and realize that one day you're going to look back at it and be grateful that you hopefully be grateful that you went through that.
Totally.
Because it helped you. Maybe other opportunities presented itself. Maybe you just grew as a person, and that's enough for me. Like I every day I wake up and just try to be better than I was the day before.
That's it. And instead of why is this happening to me? Okay, why is this happening for me?
Yes.
What can I do?
Yeah.
What am I looking at? I love, is it another kind of thought is, you're meant to overcome every obstacle until you don't.
Right.
And that ain't today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're literally built for it, man. Like you've been through the trenches, you've been through your trials and tribulations of your life, but you're here. Therefore, you're stronger than those, and you were made to do it, until you get to the point where the finally obstacle gets you out of this life, and then, see you in the next one.
Yeah.